The nonprofit practice group is comprised of a group of professionals who specialize in working with nonprofit organizations. And the nonprofits we're referring to include charitable organizations, foundations, social service organizations, trade associations, and unions.
Since we started conducting our survey about 10 years ago, we saw a space metric of 395 square feet per person. When we look at staffs of 20 or more, today that same metric is 325 square feet per person. We think there's a lot of reasons why the metrics have gotten tighter. When we first started doing our survey, we were in the middle of a pretty significant economic downturn. So what's happened is the economy has improved, and organizations have rehired staff that they may have laid off, or they've created new programs where they required more staff. And the other thing that's happened is people have relocated their offices, and the trend across all industries is that spaces are getting smaller.
In pretty much every meeting we're having with nonprofits, space efficiency, collaborative workspace, creative workspace is top on the agenda. While we haven't seen many of them actually execute on that, we think that the cost savings will be there and they will begin to embrace that.
There are many benefits associated with more open and collaborative space. Certainly reduce occupancy costs because you need fewer square feet to accommodate the needs of an organization if you have an open plan than you do if everyone's in private offices.
Every nonprofit is concerned about cost control. And so if they can find a way to drive up their space efficiency, they will want to explore it.
As the younger generations come into leadership in these organizations, we're seeing more dedication to common area space. When you take people out of private offices, you have to create common private space for those people to have privacy when necessary.
The vast majority of nonprofits have some form of policy for telecommuting, and they understand the efficiency and the flexibility it gives to their employees.
A lot of our clients are converting their computer systems so all staff have a laptop and their space is Wi-Fi enabled. If they can make an upfront investment to get everyone to a place where they're mobile within the office, can work from home, telecommute, and have full access to their files, they don't need as much space, and therefore they can further reduce their rental costs or their cost of ownership if they own their headquarters. You need to spend some money to save some money, but once that cost is sunk, the organization should be able to benefit from that investment for several years.
We're seeing a lot of change in the way nonprofit organizations look at connecting their brand and their space, particularly as organizations are remodeling or relocating their offices. Architects have gotten very good these days matching an organization with their mission or the purpose with design elements going within the space. Branding in the nonprofit world in terms of office space is really a new trend.
The design and the feel of a space is very important as it relates to retaining employees and recruiting new employees. The millennials tend to want to migrate to a tech environment, but many of them like the idea of working for a nonprofit. So nonprofits need to be cognizant of that as they design their space. And if you can offer flexibility, mobility, modern design, open gathering areas, you'll have a better chance of recruiting the top younger talent.